Here we go. As a reminder as well, because this is the 100th edition of the Sparkling Tuna Cup, we have a boosted prize pool. Typically, our prize pool is 105 USD, but this week it is 205 USD, so we have more money on the line for our players. And here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player from the land of Germany, representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our PvP Grand Finals. Let's go. I see in the chat. Hashtag exactly, man, exactly. Here we go. But yes, predictions are open, so place your bets on who you think will claim it. I assume this is going to be a back and forth. I assume we're going to be seeing a game 3, a game 4, maybe a game 5, but I'm assuming at least like a game 4 here between our two. And we'll see how the story does unfold. So far, 2-gate opener out of Creator. Likewise, 2-gate opener out of ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE, he does move out across the map. Yeah, there it is. For a moment there, I was like, wait, I lost sight of the probe. Does move out. This is a prime location for a proxy robo, and we'll see if ShoWTimE does commit to a proxy. There it is. We're going for the proxy. We're going for what looks to be an all-in. So ShoWTimE starts things off with a bang. For those that maybe haven't been watching much StarCraft as of late, ShoWTimE, he's known for being very cheesy and very aggressive, specifically in PvP. He does have a reputation of being a very defensive player. That is true, and that is more applicable for the other matchups. Specifically for PvP, it all goes out the window. It all goes out the window, you know, nothing is off the table here in Protoss versus Protoss. So we'll see what ShoWTimE does commit into. Cybercore is done. Pylon is complete. Creator with his probe scout, he does see that the pylon is missing. True, he knows the pylon is missing, and we can see the robo. So again, proxy robo, one base all in by ShoWTimE. Creator, he knows that something is wrong, something is amiss, but is it a real proxy? Is it a fake proxy? It's on Creator to determine what exactly is going on. I think calling a game 3 is pretty safe bet considering it's best of 5. True. Can almost guarantee. Almost. Bar something crazy happening. Meanwhile, 2-gate opener into Cybercore into Expand. Oh, we do see a standard opener here out of Creator. He does take a chance, does take a risk here. This is ideal for ShoWTimE. Is ideal. As the Immortals are on the way, and Creator is none the wiser. He's none the wiser here. Oh, he does scout there. Yeah, he does scout, does check, does confirm. He does see the robo. He responds with his own robo. But remember, unlike the previous game, remember with ShoWTimE versus Skeleton game 2 on Maganatha, we saw that ShoWTimE, he went for a robo before Nexus. He was able to read that his opponent would be more aggressive. He did take a chance there because he had no confirmation, but he did go robo before expand. Here, expand before robo. So this is a greedier opener here out of Creator, which means it's a higher chance that ShoWTimE can pull this off. Higher chance he can pull this off. Shield batteries are finishing up. Force fields are ready. He has those sentries. He has those force fields. And ShoWTimE is just waiting for his prism. Then he can move in. Then he can bait out force fields or even just bypass the army and head straight into the main. Oh. And Creator has no vision. He has no vision. He does rotate some. Okay, he spreads out his army. 3 stalkers in the main. 3 sentries at the natural. He's ready. Ooh, prism takes the volley. ShoWTimE still going for it though. Yeah, still does go for it. Gets owned away. So far, Creator, he's holding. Creator, he is holding on. He's defending. More warp winds coming in. Second Immortal is almost out for ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE rotates the low ground. Once again, baits out the force fields. Does pull away. Creator keeping up with hallucinations. It does have a safety shield battery in the main base as well. So nicely spread out. Gee, he's got 3 shield batteries at the natural. Getting a 4th shield battery as well. It's a lot of shield batteries. Once again, he's moving in. This time, ShoWTimE, he just forces his way forward, takes out the first Immortal, massive pickup, gets one. Yeah, he gets the first Immortal. Likewise, Stalkers are stuck in the main. The downside is spreading himself too thin, as he was out of position. Nice force field once again, just zoning back the army, locking it down at the ramp. ShoWTimE pulls back. Did lose a decent chunk of his adepts, but mainly adepts. Now he's headed for the main. Created a little bit slower to respond this time. Going for the pylon. Shield already putting in a lot of work. Yeah, the pylon's getting low. I do appreciate the backup pylon here for Creator. See the second pylon. Remember, the longer this game goes on, the better it is for Creator. ShoWTimE is on a timer. He's on the timer. So he now has his fourth Immortal. Again, that's a lot of Immortals. And remember, he's mainly lost adepts. He has been preserving his army. Now shading in. Couple of nice force fields. Does not get the Immortal. Never does blink in. Does shade in even. 8 times in the army, takes down the Stalkers. Immortal's going to be zoned away. Boys are being pulled into adepts. Nice target firing, and ShoWTimE's done it. At this point, he has done it. He has broken the back of Creator. We spoke about it this game. There was a higher chance for this to work. It was a later reaction by Creator. And ShoWTimE's done it, warping into the face of Creator. Does warp in. We have a defensive Immortal coming down from the high ground. Nice control here from ShoWTimE. Does juggle. Does preserve those Immortals, I should say. Yeah, still 4 Immortals barely standing. Does get forced out though. Okay. Gonna get forced out. He preserved the Immortals. He preserved the Prism, but barely doesn't break Creator. Oh, he gets it. Never mind. I say that Creator is down in workers. He's down in army. Mining is being denied. ShoWTimE shades back in. Gets more probe kills. As Creator, he's just regenerating those shields. Getting 5 probes in the main. Ay. But hey, we still have 4 shield batteries. Creator, he can still defend. He can still survive. ShoWTimE making his way into the main. Ooh, going for the pylons. Okay. Does bypass the main army. Creator out of position. Takes out both pylons. Oh, yeah. Takes out both pylons. Takes over the control of the ramp. GG gets called. ShoWTimE out positions. And ShoWTimE takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. ShoWTimE does take the game here. Again, a very intense game 1. Very close, very clutch. Despite the later reaction by a Creator, like, he was still able to hold his own for a time. But again, the force fields were brutal. And again, he was torn apart by the adepts, by the aggression. GG. GG, well played. Whew. With that, ShoWTimE takes the lead. And now we're getting into game number 2. A very intense game 1. And we'll see if the intensity continues here coming into game 2. Game 2 is going to be on Pylon. Pylon is known for aggression. You don't have to proxy across the map to be aggressive here. Pylon is a very small map, short rush distance by ground. We'll see how hard our players commit. Let's go. Let us go. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss. Red Protoss himself down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can make a series out of this. The pressure is on. It is Creator. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss himself, the German Protoss representing Sentinels, leading the series 1-0. It is ShoWTimE. We go. Whew, hi. Get a very intense game 1, and we'll see if it's going to be Creator's time to be the aggressor. If it's his turn, I should say. See if it's going to be his turn or not. So far we're calming down, we're settling in. First probe is being sent out. Shout out to the tuna. Listen to that brutal OST. Oh, clearly. Jamming to the OST. So now 2-gate opener out of both players. 2-gate openers all around. Creator, he does go for the earlier scout into the main. And ShoWTimE, once again, he does skirt around the edge of the map, and he's going for the proxy pylon. Okay, let's go. Based on its location, do we go for... I mean, it's a little bit more out of the way here, so if we do commit to a proxy, I want to say there's a higher chance this is going to be a proxy Stargate instead, just because it's so much more out of the way and so much more on the outskirts of the map. And we'll see how Creator reacts. We'll see how he responds. Again, Creator, he knows. He knows that there's a pylon missing. That's one of the big purposes here of this probe scout, is to check for the pylons, to count. And again, he does know that a pylon is missing. Second probe gets sent. We can see Creator scouting on the right-hand side, and it is going to be that Stargate. So he approaches Stargate out of ShoWTimE. Creator, he's searching. I mean, this is a more common proxy location here, just because the trajectory of the Oracle is just straight to the main. Here it's going to be towards the natural first. But that's also why there's a lower chance that this gets scouted, because it's less obvious. It's less of a common proxy location. Ooh, and a misread. Oh, god. Creator this time takes no chances, goes for a robo before expand. So Creator, he's trying to hard counter a 1-base all-in, trying to hard counter a proxy robo when it's anything but. Oh, but he's scout. Oh, he does see. Okay. Does scout, does confirm, does get eyes on the Stargate. Now, what Creator can do here, actually, is he can turn this into a 1-base all-in himself. Like, he can be aggressive himself here as a reaction, as a response. Especially now that he realizes that it is a Stargate. So we'll see how Creator makes use of the setup. There we go. Mortal production has begun. Shield battery the main. And we're waiting for a third gateway. We're waiting for a third gateway here. Creator, he moves out to the pylon. We'll focus it down. Oracle's making its way in. And there is one Stalker in the main. The shield battery is not ready. Probes are going to be going down. Gets one so far. 1, 2, up to 3 probe kills. Also scats the robo, and yeah, we're responding. We're responding here with a counter attack. Creator, he's going to send it. There's the third gateway, so 1 base all in at a Creator. And if you remember, we said something at the start of this game as we were loading into Pylon, how Pylon is a small map to the point where you can all in even without, like 1 base all in even without proxy. Even without proxying, you can still all in. So Creator, he's sending everything across the map. And ShoWTimE is trying to get ready. And unfortunately, this Stargate's not going to help. It's depowered. Stargate does not help defensively. ShoWTimE is in trouble. Getting shield batteries. Getting a second pylon. Trying to respond with his own robo. But the prism has arrived. Creator has momentum. With high ground vision, he can kill the gateway. He might be able to get both gateways even as well. Takes on the gate. Takes on the gates. Takes on the pylon. Again, just free damage here for Creator. And what can ShoWTimE do here? He has his own prism. He has his own control that he can rely upon. But yeah, he's supply blocked. He needs that immortal. Backup pylons on the way. Not finishing. So Oracle's across the map. And you can see he's trying to focus on that immortal. I mean, the one upside here for Creator is that because the robo's back at home, it takes a long time for Creator to reinforce. So ShoWTimE, he has that advantage. I say a long time, it takes longer to reinforce. Maybe a better way of putting it. Ooh, as the Oracle gets hunted down. ShoWTimE is slowly building up his enforcers, going for a bay. I mean, it's a way to make up for a smaller army. The plan here is to rush into disruptors. So bay into disruptor production. With one good Nova, ShoWTimE can take the fight. True. So going for the disruptors. Adepts, I threaten a shade. Adepts, I don't think they scouted. Creator, he's not aware. He's not aware. Does force his way in, shades into the main. Yeah, does shade in. Prism is across the map, forced to recall. The Immortals not here. Okay, ShoWTimE getting caught with his pants down. Taking a risk. Oh, does punish though. Not bad. The Prism barely gets away. One more Stalker, one more shot. Does get away. Very close. Wait, hold on. We're not going we're going Colossus. Okay, that I was not expecting. Going one base Colossus. Let's go. Send it, Pappy. Send it. Again, I'm so much more used to seeing disruptors in this position instead. But now going Colossus. Gateway's on the way. I mean, hey, I guess it's a way to get secure damage. It's a way to help deal with the Adepts. I mean, so with the disruptors. Nice counter shade. Creator, he's expanding. Does expand behind this. Colossus has arrived. Working his way through. Likewise, he can also break the force fields. But pushing into a concave though. He's pushing into a concave. Nice control here from Creator. So has those 3 Immortals. They're going ham on the Stalkers. And with that, it looks like Creator, he's actually bleeding out Immortals. They're getting low. The Immortals are getting low. ShoWTimE breaks out. Takes down 1 Immortal. There's 3 left. That's still so close. So there we go. Takes down another 2. Two more Immortals go down. Down to 1. 1 Immortal left. The MVP Colossus with the range. Takes down 2 Immortals. Chases down the reinforcements. Nice control here from Creator. Does fight back. Again, still very intense. Bearing in mind the Creator, he's expanded, so he's slowly recovering. He's getting a better economy. ShoWTimE just now expanding himself. ShoWTimE breaking out. To double Prism. Ooh, I don't know if that was intentional. But I guess he has more micro potential, I suppose. True. We can go for the Doom drop. We can load everything up. Let's go. Let's go. Creator, he's ready. The Observer was following the entire time. Has nice control so far. He does actually lose one of the Immortals. Loses both Immortals. A bit of miscontrol here from ShoWTimE. That was brutal. Yeah, losing both Immortals was brutal here. Now he doesn't really have much of an army to work with. And with that, Creator, he's holding. Yeah, Creator, he's holding. He has his natural. He shuts us down. GG gets called, and Creator, he will tie the series 1-1. We're going to game 3. Let's go. GG. We are going to be tied up here again. Creator, he was able to defend, able to survive the counterattack, and we saw that ShoWTimE had a crazy fight on his side of the map. I was very impressed by his ability to break out with his Colossus, but alas, he wasn't quite able to do much with it. He moved out, he lost his Immortals. Again, he was all in, he was falling behind, had to do more damage, but alas, GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting into game number 3. We're tied up 1-1. And we'll see who takes the lead in the series. Bearing in mind, this is a best of 5. Bear that in mind. It's a best of 5. But we will have an extended series. We do have more of a back and forth. Let's go. Let us go. See in our YouTube chat why there are so many Protosses in this tournament. If you're maybe a little bit unfamiliar with online tournaments, it is normal to, it is standard, I should say, whether it's events like this tournament, Pegasus Cup, WDTV Monday Night Weeklies, the population of Protoss is just a lot higher. Yeah, the I guess population density is a lot higher here. unfortunately, just because there's less variety typically. But that's also why whenever we cover tournaments, we try to jump on Terranor Zerg players early on. For example, for this tournament, we dove on Nickracht and Wayne earlier on to get some variety while we could. Typically the case. Before we get into all the PvPs. As now getting into our next game, we're getting into game number 3 and spawning in the bottom corner of a ley lines. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss tying up the series 1-1 and making that back and forth happen. It is a creator. Momentum is on his side and spawning in the top right hand corner. We have his opponent. We have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss himself. We have the German Protoss representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. Will we see a macro game? I would hope not. I don't expect one. If we do get a macro game, then maybe on... I was gonna say on Tokamak, but we already had an all-in there. We already had an all-in on Tokamak. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, hey, Ley Lines is not a bad map to try to get into a more of a standard back and forth. Get into a 3-base setup, maybe. Might have placed Swords. ShoWTimE setting up further back in his main. He does avoid the initial wall off. Creator he pokes in, and Creator he will confirm. Does get eyes on the gateway. ShoWTimE going gate expand. Very greedy build here from ShoWTimE. Okay. Gate straight into Nexus, followed by the Cyber Core. So this is, again, hyper greed. The Probe Scout does confirm, and Creator he responds with an all-in. So again, this is the correct response here. Creator, he did open up 2 gates, so he should be setting up a pylon and a proxy robo. So 1 base all in here from Creator to try to punish the greed of ShoWTimE. So this is a reaction to what ShoWTimE is going for, and we'll see if ShoWTimE can survive. We'll see if we can get away with this. It's going to be a tough hold for ShoWTimE. Tough hold. Let's go. Oh, my apologies. I assumed it was going to be a 1-base all-in proxy robo, but it's not. It's going to be a proxy Stargate, not an all-in. Okay. Regardless, this is designed to punish. It's designed to punish. It's designed to get damage done, but we are not going for the all-in here. Creator, he will still eventually expand, but he's going for Adepts. He's going for Oracles. This is actually very similar to the game on Incorporeal between ShoWTimE and Skillous, if you remember, where Skillous went for the same opener, and ShoWTimE punished Skillous by killing 9 probes. So we'll see if Creator can replicate that success as ShoWTimE is scouting. ShoWTimE, does not check. Does not go further out. He does not confirm what exactly is happening. Remember, ShoWTimE with the Probe Scout, he knows that the pylon is missing. Does respond with additional gateways. Here comes Creator. As up to shade into the main, into the natural base so far, getting 1, 2, 3 probe kills, not bad. Not a bad start, as long as we can, as we do not escape with the Adepts. Okay, nice defense here from ShoWTimE. Oracle does bust in, gets a couple of extra workers. Getting 6, 7, 8 probe kills, not bad. Almost 9. More Adepts have arrived, and again, we're just pulling ShoWTimE apart. Yeah, workers are exposed, does not go for the natural though, goes further into the main. I mean, damage nonetheless. Gets another 2. Another 11 in total. Brutal damage, 11 probes going down. Oracle does hit the natural, and you can see ShoWTimE just being pulled apart. Ay, ay, ay. 12, 13. 13 probe kills. It's 13 probes. Behind this Creator, he is taking his own base, taking his own expansion, and catching up. Catching up, if not exceeding his opponent. Twilight Council is done. Blink is on the way. The Twilight Council just only began for ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE is behind. He is behind. He's down in workers, down in economy, and down in tech. Again, we saw ShoWTimE attempt to get away with greed, but he failed to do so. Did fail to do so. And it's up to ShoWTimE to somehow recover here. Again, there are ways to do so, whether it's tech, right? Be cheeky and go into a dark shrine. But, I mean, there are still oracles out on the map, so revelations aren't going to be available. Likewise, trying to go for counterattacks, run-bys, whether it's with stalkers, whether it's a zealots. Could try to rush into a faster third, true. Speaking of, let's go. Faster third base. So third is on the way. So again, ShoWTimE is taking a lot of losses, taking a lot of hits. His way to recover is to be greedy and to get a faster third and to get better saturation. Ooh, proxy gateway here out of Creator. Okay. How many gates? So far, 3 back at home, 1 across the map, 4 gates. He's going for a 2-base, 4-gate blink all-in. Can even go for a 5th gateway as well, and can even facilitate up to 6 gates. So as ShoWTimE's expanding, Creator, he responds with an all-in. Let's go. Island is completing. Show us that gateway. There it is. He's going for the gate. He's going for the... Oh, I mean, he's still expanding, but the gateway count is very high for good reason. I don't think Creator really plans on actually saturating that third. Hallucination does scout the expansion. ShoWTimE feels like he's safe. But he's anything but. He's anything but. Here comes the move out. Creator, he's pushing. He's warping in. Rallying everything across the map. And Creator, he does have that Stalker lead. His goal here is to break the third. He gets a sentry. Picks up the sentry. Warping additional Stalkers. Adepts, they will shade into the natural, not bad. They will one-shot. Robes aren't going down. Nothing at home to defend. Nice damage. At the same time, Creator, he wants to try to break this third base. And Cranky hasn't been making many workers. He's down in workers, down heavily actually. Creator, he is all in. Does blink. Yeah, it does go for the dive. Takes out the sentries one after the other. Oracles, they dive in as well. And Creator, he might just be... Yeah, he should have enough. Yeah, he will break the main army. Boys are being pulled. Creator, he has 8. He has double the Stalker counts. As Warpins are finishing, and he does punish. Again, the third base is no saturation. Just went for the kill, went for the throats. And he does get on top of the Immortal. Again, ShoWTimE was just so greedy this game, going for the faster natural, going for the faster third base. Unfortunately, ShoWTimE, he just didn't see the proxies, didn't see the proxy gateways. Didn't know the Creator was as dedicated, as committed as he was. Takes on the pylons. Here, reinforcements, they've hit the third. Diving on the Immortal. Creator is reinforcing, he's coming back in. Takes a long time to reinforce his army, but he does get back into the main. And at this point, Creator, he has done it. He's done crippling damage. Powers the gateways. I mean, the Immortal will defend the main, but he just blinks down. Just blinks down. There's the recall. Appreciate the recall. Again, it shouldn't be enough. Creator is still up 10 Stalkers. The shield about to be putting in some work. But GG gets called. Creator, he overwhelms, and Creator, he will take a 2-1 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. And again, I don't blame ShoWTimE. As a reminder, ShoWTimE, he was, of course, scouting. He was going for a lot of hallucinations. He kept checking for the third base, kept checking for the gateways as well. He saw only 3 gateways back at home, and he saw the third as well. But what he wasn't seeing was the 4th and the 5th gateway were proxied. Both gateways were proxied out on the map. So again, Creator, he was going all in. ShoWTimE had no idea. GG. GG, well played. I mean, Creator, he already had a lead, he already had the advantage, and now Creator, he's one game away from claiming the series and becoming our champion. Uno más is all he needs. Let's go. Here we go. So we are getting into our next game, into game number 4. I wouldn't say that ShoWTimE was behind in the economy. If you recall, we spoke about how he was behind when it came to tech, so he had to do something had to go his way to recover and to make up for that, as he was behind. So his decision was to go for the third, was to saturate the third base, and Creator, he just responded with the all-in. Responded with the all-in, and here we go. We're getting into our next game, and we're getting into game number 4, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Protoss player, we have the Red Protoss, leading the series 2-1. It is Creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the German Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Sentinels. Down in the series, we'll see if we can force the ace match. It is a ShoWTimE. Here we go. And welcome one all to Maganatha. Maganatha is the largest map of the map pool, but because it's so large, we often see proxies. We often see shenanigans here on Maganatha. This map has potential to be the one and only map where we can get into the mid-game, but it's on our players. Oh, hello. As a Creator, he is the one this time going for the economic opener. Do you see what I see? Gate, expand, no second gateway, no cybercore. Oh, actually, he could go for the cybercore, of course, before the Nexus. Now, there it is. Is going for the Nexus before cybercore. Greedy build here by Creator. ShoWTimE instead opening up 2 gates. So the roles have been reversed. This is just like last game. If you remember, last game ShoWTimE went gate expand and he got scattered, and Creator, he responded with an all-in. Or sorry, he responded with a proxy. And we're seeing the same. So the roles have been reversed. ShoWTimE, he scouts, he does scout, he does confirm the Nexus, and he responds with a pylon. Now, last game, Creator, his response was with a Stargate into harassment to get an economic lead, to make up for his losses, to make up for his disadvantage, and then he turned that into a 2-base all-in afterwards. Here, oh, he gets scouted. Oh, no. ShoWTimE, he gets scouted, gets caught out. Creator, he will scout what's going on, he will confirm, proxy, robo, 1-base all-in. But Creator, he already knows what's going on. The Zealot has arrived. A Stalker's on the way. This is a disastrous start for ShoWTimE. Ay. The Zealot's already here. He's going for the pylon. And the pylon will fall. Yeah, it does force a cancel. Oh, God. ShoWTimE. Yeah, he's going to double down. He's going to double down. He's going to throw down a proxy rover behind this, further back. But it's so delayed. It's so heavily delayed. Oh, no. ShoWTimE gets supply blocked, and Creator looking solid. Now, a couple of things here. On the one hand, yes, this is delayed. True, this is going to be a delayed 1-base all-in at a ShoWTimE, but now there's a chance that Creator's going to be greedy here, because, hey, he just shut down the proxy, so in his mind, oh, I survived. In his mind, oh, I survived, I defended, my opponent's going to back off and expand, and I can just take a lead from here. That's the hope that ShoWTimE is going for. That is the hope. So far, gets a couple of worker kills, gets 2 probes. Once again, we are doubling down, we are committing. Creator, he probe scouts. Oof, he's probe scouting, he's checking. He checks, he sees, no Nexus, something is wrong. He's going, going for his own proxy gateway. But again, he sees that there's no tank, there's no expansion, something is not quite adding up here. So Creator has some information to work with. Behind this, going for extra gateways. He has no defensive robo himself. He had a choice. He could have gotten his own robo. He doesn't really know what's happening. Oh, now he does. My apologies. Now he does. He comes in from behind. He does scouts. Creator is now aware. Prism going into the main. Creator splitting up his army. I mean, ideally, he wants to try to catch this army out. Even get on top of the Prism. Oh my god. Okay, Prism does survive. Creator pulls away. He does have a 3-gate setup, 2 gates at home, 1 across the map, but no robo himself. And ShoWTimE is going to have that advantage. He has the Prism and the Immortal. Ooh, Prism goes down. Yeah, nice snipe here from Creator, but the Immortal does punish. A lot of Stalkers going to be falling. That one Immortal doing so much. And ShoWTimE, he can still pull this off. He has double the army supply, over double. And the delayed proxy is working. ShoWTimE is moving in. Yeah, he does move in, takes out a Stalker. And another. Down to 3 Stalkers left. And ShoWTimE is doing it. Yeah, he is doing it. Getting on top of the Warpins. Oof. Getting on top of the Stalkers. Again, that one Immortal doing so much. Now we're down to 2 Immortals. And again, there's no defensive robo. There's no defensive robo because Creator thought that he was safe. GG gets called. And ShoWTimE, he pulls it off. We're going to the ace match. Let's go. GG. Again, such a risk there, such a risk for ShoWTimE to take, to go for the delayed proxy robo, but as we mentioned, it worked out well because ShoWTimE, he was hoping that Creator would be greedy in the aftermath, that he thought he was safe. That's why Creator didn't have a robo of his own. That's why he went for a proxy gateway across the map, which hurt him in the end, which meant that he had no defensive Immortals himself, whereas that would be the standard response to go for your own robo, your own Immortal production, your own defensive setup back at home, whether it's robo or Stargate. But Creator, he thought he had defended, but he got caught out. He got caught out in the end. GG, well played. Ooh, and with that, we're going all the way to the ace match. Let's go. Let us go. Big brain by ShoWTimE, letting Creator find the first robo. True, true. It was all planned. Copium. But really nice adaptation there from ShoWTimE, right? Really nice adaptation. He got caught. What did he do? He cancels, he backs off, and he throws it down further back. Again, it was a really big risk. Imagine if Creator had scouted further out, right? Imagine if he had just gone a little bit further out with his probe, or if Creator had played it safe and gone for his own robo despite forcing the cancel, then Creator would have been in a commanding position. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case, and here we go. We're getting into the ace match, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? It is a Creator. So chat, bracket and minus replay. It's not a replay. Not a replay. Bracket command is there. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the German Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sentinels. Forcing the ace match. It is a ShoWTimE. But yes, if you're in the chats, if we ever do a replay cast, then it will say replay cast in the title. Here in the title, it doesn't say replay, so it's live. We are live. As so far, we have a 2-gate opener at a ShoWTimE. Meanwhile, Creator once again gate expand. Okay, bold move. Creator, he is going once again for a very greedy opener, going for a gate into Nexus. ShoWTimE doesn't even probe scout, but based on our location here, it looks like we are going for the proxy pylon. Let's go. So ShoWTimE, he is blindly going for the proxy, blindly setting up on the right hand side, and honestly, he's gambling well. He's taking a chance here. Creator is being greedy, and ShoWTimE can punish that greed. We'll see if this is for a proxy robo or Stargate. We are close enough by ground where a proxy robo is very much so viable here. We're just waiting for the cybercore. I went back from the future. Yes. I'm back from the future. I've got my life preserver. And there it is, Robo. Robo has been thrown down. So one base alone at ShoWTimE Creator. He is scout. Once again, he's scouting, he's checking. Now, do we cancel and do we throw down the Robo further back? As Creator, he does scout. Now, there's a bit of a give and take here. The pylon was within range. The pylon did see the probe. So ShoWTimE knows. ShoWTimE knows that Creator knows what's going on. So you go for the Stalker first, not Zealot. So this time the proxy will not be depowered. This time it's getting up and running, and you can see, bam, defensive robo. This is your typical response. If you're a Protoss player out there, if you want to know, if you want to be greedy like this, which I do not recommend, but if you scout a proxy yourself, if you see that your opponent's going for the all-in, you typically respond with your own robo. Remember, Creator did not do this last game because he thought he was safe. This time he knows he's not safe. This time he knows. So he's getting his own robo, getting his own soon-to-be immortal. ShoWTimE throws down his third gateway. Again, just one base all in. Prism towards the main. And we'll see if ShoWTimE can break through. Threaten a Shade. Oh! Shade's in. Gets one, gets two, gets three. Yeah, late reaction by Creator. He pulls away a little bit too late. 3 probes going to be going down. Likewise, we have 2 Adepts in the main base. Creator getting torn apart. Oh my god. Adepts everywhere. Adepts everywhere. 8 workers going down. A strong start here for ShoWTimE. Bearing in mind, this is even before the Immortal hits the field. As the first Immortal has arrived. So again, very nice aggression here from ShoWTimE. Very nice counterattack or multiple aggression. Gets 8 workers. Pulls everything together. We'll see if we can break through. So we have 2 shield bars on low ground. We have a couple of force fields as well. Ideally, want to bait out the force fields and work through that. That's a do shade into the mineral line. They're quite commit. Prism does threaten to dive into the main. Creator is in position. He does have a shield battery on the way. He's ready in the main. This time he's ready in the main base. Second Immortal has arrived. This control saves the Sentry. The Sentry does go down. Diving the Immortal. There's no defensive Prism, and the Immortal is going to fall. Yeah, nice catch here from ShoWTimE. Takes down the first Immortal. Now going for the other. There's another force field. Good juggling. Oh, saves the Immortal. Takes down 2. And ShoWTimE is breaking through. He's breaking on through. Takes down 2 Immortals. Oh, he's going to be forced back. Has to retreat, needs some defensive warp-ins. Is warping in at the Robo. But again, that was a better trade. Again, he killed 2 Immortals. ShoWTimE killed 2, and he didn't lose any himself. He saved all 3 Immortals. Now getting a 4th Immortal, and this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of control. Unfortunately, Creator, he had no defensive Warp Prism himself. It came out too late. And I don't think Creator could hold on. Not anymore. ShoWTimE, let's go. Again, the non-stop 1 base all-ins this entire series. Oh, there was that one game where where ShoWTimE took a 3rd. And he got punished for it. And here we go. He steps in. He's got 4 Immortals. The boys are being pulled. And ShoWTimE, he has done it. He has broken the back of Creator. Went all the way to the ace match. The boys are here. Nice juggling here by Creator. Does take down all the workers. Going for the warp in the face of the natural. And again, there's just nothing here for Creator. GG, well played. ShoWTimE, he will claim the series 3-2. He will be this week's Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to ShoWTimE. A very intense series, very intense back and forth, went all the way to the ace match, non-stop aggression. There was one game, if you remember, on ley lines where we actually got up to a couple of bases where ShoWTimE actually was getting a 3rd, but he got punished for it, if you remember. ShoWTimE was behind. True, he was behind and he took a lot of losses, so he was rushing into a 3rd base, trying to catch up. He was a little bit overly greedy, or he focused on his economy too much. He got caught by a 2 base all-in. Outside of that, non-stop proxies, non-stop 1 base all-ins out of our players. That's the PvP that we like, Pappy. That's what we're here for, Pappy. Let's go. GG, well played. Congratulations to ShoWTimE as it takes on Creator, and a shout out to Creator for making a series out of this. Creator, he did not have an easy road to the finals. As a reminder for those that may be tuned in a little bit late, you missed out on some bangers as Creator took down Bjorn. True, Creator, he took down Bjorn earlier in the tournament. Took down Cristiano as well, got his revenge. Remember, Cristiano took down Creator last week 2-0. This week, Creator takes down Cristiano. Likewise, took down Bjorn, and of course, went all the way to the ace match against ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE likewise went through, I think, nothing but Protoss. Did ShoWTimE purely PvP his way through the tournament? Let's see. Let's have a, yep, he did. ShoWTimE took down Azura, Italian Protoss, Art, Polish Protoss, and of course Skillus as well, into Creator in the final. So non-stop PvPs here by ShoWTimE. He's got plenty of practice, of course, with that, especially in the European region with the European ladder, and of course does make it through off of purely Protoss to be the champion. Congratulations here to ShoWTimE as he does claim his Sparkling Tuna Cup, the 100th edition, which means he gets double the prize money, double the prize pool. Congratulations. Again, for number 100, we did double our prize pool here. Typically, it's like 105 USD for our prize pool. Here was 205 USD. So congratulations to ShoWTimE. And again, if you want to help support us, if you want to support this tournament series, again, we've been running Sparkling Tuna Cup for many, many years at this point. And if you want to support us even further, you can do so via Patreon. You can see that was our raffle, of course, with Rebellion being our random raffle winner. But you can see just under the schedule, just under our schedule for this week, you can see the Patreon there. We do currently earn 461 USD per month via Patreon, and 100% of that money goes towards these tournaments. It goes towards tournaments like Sparkling Tuna Cup, Duckling Open, and Master Swan Open as well. We host 3 events. We host 3 events on a regular basis, and it is all funded via Patreon. So if you want to help us grow our tournaments even further, Patreon is the place to be. Bearing in mind that our next goal is at 500 USD a month. That is to boost the prize pool even further for Sparkling Tuna Cup. And fun fact, after this current goal, the next goal is to start paying casters and start paying admins. That'll be after this one. I think that's going to be at like 550 USD a month. That'll be to start getting some extra funding, of course, for those working on the Cranky Ducklings. But otherwise, for now, it's all to the players. So GG, well played. You can support us via Patreon if you wish. Can support us. Otherwise, thank you. GG. GG, well played. Sorry, just looking for the command. We're looking for the command, and as it was already posted in the chat as well, thank you so much to Protos in the chat for the 100 bits. God, thank you so much. Do appreciate the support. As always, the show tuna. True. What does that mean? That sounds. What are you asking for? Ahí está. Don't show your tuna. Also a shout out to Jay Paralyzed. Thank you so much, Jay Paralyzed, for going for subscribing with Twitch Prime for 5 months. Thank you so much for subscribing. Do appreciate it. Jay Paralyzed. That's what MaxX is doing, right? Max, he typically doesn't go gate expand. He goes gate Cyberstar gate expand. So these were not the MaxX openers. Different builds. These were greedier builds. Greedier. I'm Yosh SC2. What is it called when the Terran puts those bunker things up at the very beginning of the game to block your natural expansion? If it's only to block and they're not proxying any Marines, then it's just like just a bunker block to delay the expansion, to delay the Nexus. Otherwise, bunker rush if they actually proxy Marines and they're just committing. They're committing into you. But yes. Welcome. Always good to see some new players for StarCraft. Always good to see. Who won? ShoWTimE. It's catching up. I promise you'll be getting my primes. Oh, thank you. Do appreciate it. Thank you. But yes, with that, we are going to be wrapping up here for the week. Again, for those that are maybe tuning in for the first time, Sparkling Tuna Cup is a weekly tournament. It's been a weekly tournament. We've been running it for many, many years at this point. So every single week on Sunday, we do have Sparkling Tuna Cup. Now, sometimes we do reschedule to Tuesday. It depends. Sunday can be very popular for big tournaments. So, like, for example, Home Story Cup. If Home Story Cup is running, if GSL finals are going on, if RSL is happening, or another kind of big premier tournaments, then we typically reschedule. We reschedule to like a Tuesday or to another week instead. So there are times when we reschedule if there's another big tournament, but otherwise Sundays we are here. We are here with the Tuna Cup. And we just wrapped up for the week. When it comes to our next broadcast, you can actually see it here. Now, this was this week's schedule, so this is not accurate, what you're seeing on my right-hand side, but there's some things that are. Wardy TV Monday. Our next cast is going to be the Wardy TV Monday. That's going to be at 8 p.m. KST. That's going to be at 9 p.m. AEST. That is going to be in less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. Basically, imagine this tournament, but with a heftier prize pool. And again, it is a little bit later, so it's a little bit better for the Europeans. So we often get a little bit stronger European representation, and even some Koreans as well. So yeah, we're going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be here casting tomorrow, the Wardy TV Monday. So you can tune in to that in less than 24 hours. Likewise, just double checking our schedule here. We are typically live on a daily basis. We cast more StarCraft than any other channel out there, more than Wardy, more than Steadfast, more than anyone else. And we will be casting the OSC Elite Rising Star on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we're going to be casting the OSC Elite Rising Star number 16. On Wednesday, we have Biggest Cup. On Thursday, we have the Pond Cast. On Friday, we have the Sunny Lake Cup as well. It's going to be a replay cast. And starting this weekend, ooh, it's going to be a very, very busy weekend. I have to figure that out, actually. This upcoming weekend, the weekend of the 9th of August, is the, I just mentioned, RSL, the Revival StarCraft League qualifiers begin, and we are going to be casting those qualifiers. We casted the qualifiers last season. We're going to be casting the qualifiers this season as well. So this weekend is going to be the RSL qualifiers. We also have this weekend the Euthermal 2v2 circuit. We're going to be posting about that tomorrow on Reddit. But yes, we are going to be adminning. We don't cast the Euthermal circuit live. We admin. So shout out to Mark Schlappy. He has reached out, and we do work together for the circuits. Myself and Kura, we do admin, make sure everything runs smoothly, make sure nothing's on fire, and we do work behind the scenes for his circuit. But that is casted by Steadfast, by Euthermal, and fun fact, for the 2v2 circuits, for the main event, Wardy's also going to be casting as well. So they're going to be casting, we're going to be adminning. And that is going to be this weekend. So it's going to be a very busy weekend with the RSL and with the 2v2 circuit as well. So it's going to be very busy. Not just weekend, but very busy month. Because this month, August, is the month of RSL and the month of the 2v2 circuit. On top of that, we have StarCraft Evolution. The StarCraft Evolution League is also going to be at the end of the month as well. So there's a lot of content, a lot of StarCraft is on the horizon. You might be thinking, oh, there's no Esports World Cup, so things are going to die down. They are a little bit. If you're familiar with the Cranky Ducklings, you'll know that usually we're live like twice a day. Every single day. Here, we want to slow things down and do like one cast a day. I would like some time off. Like, fun fact, for the year of 2025, we've only had 3 days off. We've had 3 days off this year from casting. Every other day, there's always been like 1, 2, 3, 4 casts a day. And of those 3 days off, usually they were forced. Like, there was one day where I had no internet. There was another day where I had no electricity. Like, there was one day where I was sick. So there's 3 days so far in 2025. But coming into this, we want to slow things down a little bit, especially post EWC. I'm a little bit fatigued after casting such an intense period of StarCraft, right? Like Esports World Cup, Home Story Cup, Star Wars Agora, GSL Season 1, GSL Season 2, RSL Season 1. There was just so much concentrated StarCraft in one place. So much happening, and we casted all of it, except for Star Wars Agora. We didn't cast Star Wars Agora, but like we were a part of all that, and it would be nice to like take a moment. So we're gonna slow things down by casting once a day. That's gonna be the plan. Also true, technically we've had 4 days off because we had Friday off today. This last week. We had Friday off. True. 4 days off so far. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy the broadcast, if you want to follow us, you can do so via the socials, !socials in the chats. We do post whenever we go live, so you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Discord as well. YouTube is the place to be for VODs. All the VOD content is on YouTube, so that is the place to be if you want to be updated. If you see something that you like, if you want to watch like our weekly podcast for StarCraft, if you can't watch it live, if you want to watch KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, or RSL or some other tournaments, and if it isn't in your time zone, then check out the VODs over on YouTube. Otherwise, thanks for watching, thanks for the support. I believe Wardy is going to be going live with the European League, so we'll give him a raid. Let's see. Oh, never mind. So this is a bit of a PSA. Wardy's EU League is starting in still a couple of hours. So still like 2.5 hours away. So still a ways away for that. So you have some time to get some snacks, get some food before some more StarCraft later on tonight. Until then, we'll be raiding another stream. We'll find someone to raid. Oh, Gemini, true. Gemini is streaming at the moment. Couple hours, yeah. Please take 3 days in a row. That's great. That's too much, baby. That's too much. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Oh no, too much. But thank you for your kind words. Thank you. Poo 667. But thank you. Appreciate it. Remember how Light said that August schedule looks empty? It looks leaner. It's catching up. We need you to keep fresh, and sometimes that's exposing you to good air and a little StarCraft detox. True. I have to touch some grass, baby. I do plan on touching grass this week, though. I do plan on going outside for the first time in years. It's gonna be crazy. There's no StarCraft out there. Oh no. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stick around. We're gonna be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid, and we are gonna be giving Gemini a raid. Gemini, for those who don't know, he actually helps work on the RSL. He's also one of the big names behind the All Things Protoss Reddit, and he also does like Wall of Guides. But he's hosting a tournament. He's hosting the All Things Protoss Super Tournament, day number 2. So give him some love. Give him some support. Basically, it's a tournament for the community that he's been running, that he's been hosting. So do give him some love. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.